he ended up burning down the plantation and killing his father, and now they're both going to prison. What a tragic story. Does it get more tragic than that? I don't think so. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Nightwind Archer. Let's continue our adventure from where we left off last time, where we were exploring this area and looking at the lore in this area and looking at the kung fu that they do, except it's not kung fu, it's based on some principles that they believe in. But let's see what we're gonna do next. Let's open up our map, and we do need to go here. We need to go to the Temple of the Dark Moon, but let's let the zone guide tell us where to go. Okay, so there we go. I have not yet been to Eagles Strand. So let's go ahead and go to Eagles Strand and see what we can find. Also, I'm going to read that book there. It says Tale of the Two Moons. I want to know what the Tale of the Two Moons are. So let's go ahead. All right, so here we are at this temple. We've got, what is she doing? Priestess Arumaro Dro.
This one gives thanks.
Wow, what is happening in here?
Do not disturb the ritual camp. Our harvest depends upon it.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize. Ah, this is it, the Tale of the Two Moons. As the sky falls white on Elsewhere, when the frost forms on the lake, when the fires blaze in brightness, when old bones begin to ache, then cats cast off their bodice, and fur keeps out the cold, and small moon chases big moon, and tells him secrets old. But then blue skies o'er Elsewhere, when rivers stream with light, when fires die in ashes, when youth again takes flight, then cats rewrap their bodice, and comb out rich, thick manes, and big moon chases small moon, and frees her from her chains. That's a poem that probably has some meaning if you can decrypt it, but that meaning is lost on me. But let's just keep going. We have some nice little players playing, dancing and having a good time. That's such a weird dance. All right, let's go over to Eagles Strand and see what we can do to help the people over there. All right, here we are in Eagles Strand, which is sort of like a small village, it seems. A small encampment or an outpost, and it does appear that there's a sky shard up there, so let's get up to the top and get that sky shard. Here it is. Wow, and there's some beautiful views here up at the top of probably one of the highest places you can go in Canarthy's Roost. Let's get to the other side. I'm so lucky that that actually worked. I'm gonna go as high as I can go. I'm gonna climb up this thing. Wait, can I climb up this thing? There we go. Look at that. I am now, wow. That's cool. Oh, look at that. There's a nice little chair here as well. That's neat. Let's actually, can I stand on this? Probably not, but look at this view. Wow. So it's pretty high up here. I can see other people and players down there, way down at the bottom. We have some beautiful views up here at the top of Canarthy's Roost. You know, views of chaos and despair as sailors have crashed their ships on the coast, but there is still some, like if I squeeze myself over here, you could see the rest of Canarthy's Roost and some old, oh geez, that's one of the burnt plantations that I remember. Yeah, we do need to go over there to that burned plantation, because I remember when I was helping out the plantation from last episode that they mentioned there was some burned down plantations over in the west. So let's actually go and see, or east maybe, I suppose, the Speckled Shell Plantation, and there's definitely some quests here, so let's go ahead and see what that is. All right, so I've decided let's go ahead and start the next quest. Let's go to this area. We have now discovered Eagles Strand. It's only really a sight to be seen and, you know, looking at the docks and things like that. Let's go ahead and do with the family business and see what we can do to help out this people that are over on this side of Canarthy's Roost. I did see that burn down. Yeah, that right there. There's really some hectic stuff going over this. So let's see what's going on with that burned down, not village, but plantation, I suppose. All right, let's see what's going on here first. Before going there, there is this quest that is right here.
Hush, Father. I won't leave your side. Father burns in the fire. My brother missing. Surrender, show mercy!
Oh, goodness. Your brother's missing, your father burned in the fire? What happened here?
Our moon sugar storehouses caught fire. Father thought to save our livelihood. He ran inside, and... The burns weren't bad, but the sweet smoke ruined his lungs. Without powerful medicine, he won't last the day.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Father tried to save our alchemical tools. If they survive the fire, I could trade them for medicine. Please, it's all I can do to keep my father alive. This one begs you to salvage the tools from our storehouses.
All right, I'll do the best I can. I'll find your tools that survived the fire.
Please return quickly with the tools. If I can't trade them for medicine, this one's father will die.
Why do farmers need alchemical tools?
We must pay our debts. If our neighbors own more land, how do we match their crops at market? We must turn to alchemy to grow better crops, yes?
Okay, so this is like genetically modified crops or something. So did you grow better crops?
Yes, our crops came in much bigger this season. Not that it matters now.
And what crops do you grow here specifically?
You know of moon sugar.
Oh boy,
yes?
Here we go again.
The moon sugar cane grows well on these isles. With my people's sweet tooth, there can never be enough to sprinkle on our meals.
And you mentioned your brother is missing?
Yes, Zabanma shares a temper with hurricanes. After a great quarrel with this one, he stormed off and left us short-clawed. Father had to cancel his trip to Mistral, and now he's...
Yes, I understand. All right, I'll find them. Oh, goodness. He's been badly injured. In the fire over there. Zabanma's journal. And Zabanma... Not sure who Zabanma is, but let's see. Things have changed on the plantation. Debt collectors stopped showing up, and Sister is always buying the expensive meat. Where did this money come from? The crops were terrible this year. We barely pulled in 10 parcels last month. Why does Sister wander off? Sometimes she goes for hours and then acts as if nothing happened. Father says nothing. This is not right. Okay, so they're bringing in money that they shouldn't have. So it sounds to me, just based off of suspicion, that one of the family members is using the crops here to, you know, create skooma and sell it in the drug trade. That's just what it seems like to me. And who's this?
I haven't seen you around the island before. In the name of Thalmor, what's your business here?
Well, I didn't plan to come to this island.
Ah, the shipwreck. Worst hurricane I've seen in decades. If you're headed through this plantation, watch your step. Last night some buildings caught fire. Usually the skeevers keep to themselves, but they're acting up something fierce.
Well, that makes sense. I mean, with the fire and all. I'll be careful.
I should get back to our inspection. If you see anything suspicious, it's your duty to let us know. Fires don't start themselves.
Well, sometimes they do. But anyway, maybe not on Canarthy's Roost. And just so you know, that the fire did injure one of the plantation's farmers.
Saw him on the way in. We gave his daughter some medical supplies, but he looks bad.
Yeah, I saw. So, who are the Thalmor?
Dominion government. I'm an officer charged with keeping the peace. They sent us to Kanathi's Roost weeks ago. Inspector Tarmar commands us. He's at Laughing Moon's plantation toward the center of the island.
Yes, I actually ran into him. I helped another farmer pass inspection. The fire injured one of the plantation's farmers. I've already said that. Oops. All right, thank you. I appreciate it, Officer Lauren, for the information you've been able to provide. Okay, so let's keep going and see if we can get any more of these alchemical tools. Charred workbench. You find nothing to salvage on this charred workbench. Nah, waste of time. Yeah, there is a lot of dang skeevers out here. Now, I thought they would have been acting up because of the fire, but, you know, I guess the fire is out, so they don't need to be out being aggressive. So, why are the skeevers out being aggressive? Should be hiding away, you would think. Alright, let's look up here, see if the alchemical tools are here. Yeah, that looks like them. The fire completely ruined the alchemical tools in this storehouse. So those are no good, they can't be used. Wait, what is this? Last warning, cat. Uh-oh, what is this? The boss isn't happy. You better get off your furry butt and produce faster or the money stops. Remember, we own the debt collectors. They'll pound down your door tomorrow if Hazak gives the word. CTB. Okay, so somebody was in trouble with the debt collectors.
Shoo! Get off my family's land.
Ah, this is Zaban Ma. This is the journal I read earlier.
If you plan to loot my family's plantation, I will give you such a thrashing.
Asbi Ra asked me to look for alchemical tools. Do you know where any might be?
Too late, sugar thief. The fire destroyed every last calcinator. Wait, I expected my sister to check on the tools herself. Why did she send a stranger?
She's with your father, taking care of him. He was gravely injured in the fire.
You lie! My father left yesterday to trade in Mistral, didn't he? Oh no. I set the fires to destroy those damn tools. Not to hurt anyone. Not to hurt my father.
So he set fire to the plantation to destroy the tools. Why would you burn your family's plantation?
We lost our last harvest to the thunderbugs, despite the debt. Asbira bought alchemical tools to improve our crop, she said. But last week, I caught her brewing That vile drug destroys lives. When she refused to stop, I knew what must be done.
So she lied to me. She told me that she was using the alchemical tools to grow better crops, but really she's just brewing skooma. So why burn everything to destroy the tools? Why not just destroy the tools themselves?
I don't want my family imprisoned. The fire was to destroy any trace of skooma. Recently, I saw my sister bury something on the beach. I was headed there next, but I should be with my father. Would you search for the skooma she hid on the beach?
All right. But if I bring back the skooma, what will you do with it?
I'll destroy it. With the money we spent to rebuild, it will be like the skooma never happened. I'd rather debt collectors pound at our door than skooma dealers. Damn my eyes. Father should have been in Mistral.
All right. I'll go look for the buried skooma then.
My sister placed colorful seashells near whatever she buried. I bet there is a sack full of skooma vials next to them. I'll be with my father. If you find anything, bring it back to me.
All right, fine. I'll bring back any skooma I find.
I should really go check on my father.
But before you go, I have a few questions. What exactly is skooma?
It is death in a bottle. Distill moon sugar cane the right way, and the crystals make you happy and stupid. Do it the wrong way, and you get shaking fits. You foam at the mouth, and then you die.
And how long has your sister been brewing skooma?
Not for long. I always know it's month's end when debt collectors pound at our door. But last month, they didn't show. When I asked why, Asbira said not to worry. This must have been her scheme. She's always had father wrapped around her tail.
Okay, thank you. So either she sold the skooma and used the drug money to pay off the debt collectors, or she gave the debt collectors the skooma to replace money. So instead of money, how about I give you skooma? And then the debt collectors got addicted to it and wanted more, and they came back for more. I don't know. I don't have the full story yet, but if I find evidence of her burying skooma, which technically I don't know that the skooma is hers. He could have lied and told me that it was hers, but really it's his. But if it was his, why would he give away where he's hiding it?
You think you can steal from the cross-tree bandits?
It's not stealing, I'm investigating. All right. Packed mound. Sack of skooma vials. A cloth sack holding 8 dozen skooma vials. So the cross tree bandits? Do you say cross tree? Who are they? Who are the cross tree bandits? This is getting complicated. There's a lot of actors in this quest. And also another thing is, he mentioned that he thought his dad was supposed to go out of town, but his dad didn't go out of town. And so he set fire to the tools, not knowing his dad was still inside. Complicated.
You there! Come here!
Aha.
I asked around. Nobody from the shipwreck remembers seeing you before Eagles Strand. No more lies. You're running skooma, aren't you?
No, I'm not. I work for myself. I'm not doing that.
That farmer shook himself to death. You think I don't recognize a skooma overdose when I see one? That I don't know why skeevers are frothing at the mouth? I should arrest the lot of you.
Look, let me speak with the family. I can prove that I'm not involved.
Buying time to get your story straight. Go ahead, I'll be right over here. One warning, my ears are as sharp as my dagger. I'll prove it to you if you even try to whisper.
All right, fine. So he died, but she said that he was shaking from a skooma overdose.
My father is dead, and now this Dominion outsider wants to throw me in prison. They say they found evidence of skooma in the storehouses, but that is impossible.
I found what was buried under those shells.
Then Officer Lorin found nothing in the storehouses but suspicion. She's bluffing. What will you tell her?
I'll do what I believe is right.
What's right is allowing us to recover from tragedy, not suffer more of it. Please make this right.
Man, I don't know who to believe.
Gone. Father is gone. Why would Saban Ma destroy his own family? Please, leave me to my sorrow.
Okay, wait a second. I think I find him a little bit less trustworthy than her. Like, she seems like she's genuinely sad about her dad passing, and he's more thinking about, oh, they're trying to throw me in prison. What about your freaking dad? This is confusing. I think if I try to put all of these pieces of story together, there was also that note I found. Maybe he burned the plantation. I'm really confused. I'm not sure this story is complicated.
All right, you've had enough time. Where's the skooma?
Well, first of all, I found this skooma on the beach.
That's a lot of skooma. I had my doubts, but I'm glad you came to your senses. Now, what should I do with you? What else are you hiding?
Well, there was a cross-tree bandit that tried to take the skooma.
Explains why cross-tree bandits popped up all around the island. If they're running more and more skooma, they'll approach farmers to brew it directly. That kind of short-sighted greed is what leads to situations like this.
Ah, I see. So what happens to me now?
That sack of skooma bought your freedom, and a reward for your cooperation. Now stand aside. I've got business with these Khajiit.
All right, well, I told the truth. Thank you.
Get up, scum. This is what you get for brewing skooma. It's a long walk to Mistral. Don't try anything stupid.
This one understands.
Okay, so one of them are brewing skooma. Either she is, and he's
So
telling the
don't keep
truth,
watch.
or
Head to
he
Mistral in
is,
the morning.
and he lied to me. So she's taking them to Mistral, which is here, taking them to the dungeons, I guess? Well, an unfortunate end for them. I thought they were trying to do their best, but they just got caught up in debt, and the cross-tree bandits started threatening them to make skooma. They caved and gave in, and now they're getting the pardon my language, but they're getting the shitty end of the stick now, because it's the cross-tree bandits that caused this whole situation. And so it's the cross-tree bandits that I really want to put an end to. And it said, you've resolved the plantation's skooma problem. Yeah, but in a way, there's no farmers now in this area. And so now that there's no farmers, there's, there was actually another note that I missed called The Perfect Batch. Let's see who wrote that note, and the person that wrote that note might give us a clue as to what really went on here. So let's see if I can find that note. Ah, here it is. I didn't see this before. There's a little note here by the stairs. I've done it. Okay, who did it? Soak the moon sugar cane in double rum before distilling it down. So simple. I gave a single drop to a skeever. Its pupils went so wide they became like the night. Then it leapt out of the window. This batch should fetch twice the coin. I don't care what my brother said. Oh, so he was telling the truth. Our troubles are finally over, but I'm getting attacked by dang skeever. So it really was the woman, the girl. Okay. So the girl really was, he was telling the truth. The girl really was brewing skooma. But she had, what a tragic story. The brother was actually trying to get rid of the skooma. But he ended up burning down the plantation and killing his father, and now they're both going to prison. What a tragic story. Does it get more tragic than that? I don't think so. So on that note, on that very tragic note, we're gonna call it an episode here. Very sad story here. This plantation just completely destroyed. Maybe I should have lied. If I think about it, maybe I should have lied about the skooma. I did have a chance to lie. Oh well. Hope you all enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you next time.